few meters before I had to walk again because it was my first run for a while. But we've been trying to get our daily exercise in with a bit of a walk, and because we've been working until the clocks changed this weekend, because we've been working still from home, me and Emma, it's been at sunset time. So anyone who follows me on Instagram will have seen and if you follow me and Emma, you'll have seen lots of very similar looking sunset kind of pictures, because that's all we've been able to really get ourselves around. But yeah, it's been. Do you know what struck me this week more than I realised by the end of the week is just how quickly we've all actually adapted to this. I know there's been some people not getting involved in the social distancing and social isolation and as well as what we would have been encouraged to by our government. But it's really amazed me how quickly it's all transformed, and now I'm guessing it's the same around where you guys live. Everyone's queuing up peacefully in the car park to the supermarket with the 2 meters distance and all of that, and all of the plastic shields up in front of the till workers, because obviously they're delivering an important key job. Those guys at the supermarkets, and keeping them guys safe and healthy is very important, and all of this stuff.
And actually,
that's moved
it's not
very
that bad,
quickly.
is it?
No.
We still do have a lot of freedom. I know people are saying it's lockdown, but it isn't.
No. And to be honest, other than me counting my neighbours through my through the office window, how many times they're going out a day, who's really counting? I mean, no one I know. It's not like what Sam Tompkins explained on the BBC 5 Live podcast that was released today, about how he has to have a slip and he can only go a kilometre away from his house and that sort of stuff. I mean, I ran a 5K. I definitely went more than a kilometre away from my house today.
A couple of weeks ago, Steve McNamara had said a similar thing, that every time you go out, you get stopped by the police and the fines are huge.
Yeah, definitely. That seems way more serious. Yeah, it seems like it's starting to have a positive impact. So hopefully, we will get some live rugby league again later in the summer. But yeah. From this self-isolation period, do you guys have any recommendations? We'll loop back round and start with you, Sarah.
Lemon meringue ice cream from Aldi. Really nice.
Ooh, there's an Aldi near me. I haven't ventured there yet. The queue was very long the other day when I went to get petrol. But that sounds fit.
It's got
has it got the little bits on the top of meringue?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
and
ice
it's
cream
got
that.
two white. It's in quarters, and the opposite ones are white and yellow. So I guess to represent the lemon and the meringue.
I want ice cream now. I made a mistake. I bought cheese when I went to the shop before as a treat. I should have bought ice cream. Should have bought both.
That was going to be my recommendation last week if I came on the pod, because I'd just eaten it before and I was like,
Excellent stuff. Tim, what about you? Is there anything new on your radar to recommend?
We've been because we got a subscription to BritBox as one of our things, because we got it through we got an offer, so we got 6 months for the price of whatever it was. So we've got a subscription, so we've been watching some of the stuff on there, and Rev we've started rewatching because we both found it hilariously funny the first time, and so it's something we've been enjoying just as comfort watching, and something that's quite easy but very funny. If you've ever interacted with the church, there's lots of bits that are very, very funny.
Good stuff. I'm scratching in my head now to think of what we've been watching. We did have we've been watching what MTV sold as a spin-off of Catfish, but it turns out it's not. But it's like another true crime show. I think it's called Real Life Crime or something like that. So we've been watching that on MTV this week, which is probably the new thing that we've been watching the most, other than old games of Rugby League.
Which obviously Emma's been tuning into avidly.
She sat around for the introduction part of the Sheffield game, and then And then when she realised there wasn't going to be any other talk about anything she was interested in, she disappeared. The new series of Westworld is up and running and really kicked in, and we watched, but we're not watching it like straight away. We're just watching it when we're fitting it in, and so we watched the second episode this week, and then I listened to the podcast Decoding Westworld, which talks about the episode and is longer than the episodes, just like we're longer than the games. And I watched and I listened to that this morning, and they were talking a lot about the architecture that was in it. So Emma really enjoyed that. So anyone who's into buildings and town, like the way you can configure a town to have, like, I don't know, this idea of putting buildings from one place into another cityscape to kind of make it look futuristic and stuff. It's very well done. So yeah, Westworld is probably the TV program that I'd recommend. The second series was a bit laborious, but and also confusing at times. But the third series seemed to have started on a lot more streamlined a basis, and it's pretty cool again, just like the first series was. So yeah, that's mine. Next week, we're not sure. Next week, are we? We were supposed to have St. Helens fan. No, sorry. Rugby League fan who pretends not to be a St. Helens fan, David Pye, on the show this week, but he's picked up some worrying symptoms. Hopefully he'll get well soon, and it's not the dreaded virus, and it's just something less significant for him, and he can be very well. So when he joins us, we're going to talk about second row forwards, because I think that was the position he predominantly played in his sort of Colts days and reserve grade days and back in the day when he played. So we're going to save second rows for when he's on. So if he's well enough to be on next week, we'll talk about that then. What I would do is throw this out there for anyone listening. If you want to be involved in one of these episodes, let us know, and we'll schedule you in. All you need is a Skype account, really, and then we're good to go. To do these shows, and we do want more voices involved, because it's kind of like one of the few bits of social interaction we get a week, isn't it, outside of the family?
Yeah.
So we'll see how David's feeling, then we might run another poll. But yeah, anyone who wants to be involved in the shows over the coming weeks, please do get in touch. Tim, do you want to tell people where they can get in touch, how they can get in touch with us, and where they can find the show if they need a better place to listen to it than where they're listening to it right now?
Yeah, let me just find the thing. So you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Super League Pod, all one word. Facebook.com/Super League Pod, and that's superleaguepod@gmail.com. If you've got any longer thoughts that you want to get in touch with us about via email, you can also have a look on superleaguepod.com and search for the show on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, or anywhere else you could normally expect to find us podcast. And we're also on YouTube as well. Yeah,
good stuff. So please do get in touch with us over the next week. Look out for the Google form still. Links will be on that blog post. That's my beer coming back to me. Sorry, Sarah, do you want to tell us about our partners, our wonderful partners?
Yep, so obviously our main sponsor was Rob's Toy Shop, and you can enter SLP discount on checkout at Rob's Toy Shop on eBay and get 5% cash back on orders over £5, plus give 1% cash back to SLP. Little Warden, vital alerts for hidden issues, so head to littlewarden.com to see what they can do for you. Mascot Browns for all your international rugby league gear, and obviously people are wearing more rugby league gear at the moment because they're not having to wear work clothes, and you can use our link shown on the episode blog post, and we get 8% of your order value to help our running costs.
I've literally worn some rugby league clothes every single day that I've been working in the last week, be it a hoodie or a shirt or a t-shirt or something. So I'm definitely taking advantage of being able to wear my club colours whilst I work, which is something I'm normally not allowed to do.
We had Wear a Hat Wednesday, so I was very much enjoying on that one.
Joshua decided he had to show Grandad that he was wearing his Hull FC pants the other day on FaceTime.
Underpants?
Yeah.
I've got 3 pairs of Wigan oddballs now. I'm building up quite the collection.
Joshua's got 2 pairs of Hull FC ones.
Good lad.
Oh no, just 1 pair, I think, because they don't do many pairs in his size. But he has been wearing a different Hull FC shirt every day.
Good lad.
Anyway, finally, Sarah's bookcase. I sell Usborne books, and we've got books and activity books and colouring and magic painting and plenty to do to keep your children busy. So get in touch if you want anything.
Yeah, so you can find out more on the Facebook page, Sarah's Bookcase, or look for Sarah's Bookcase on Twitter. I think the handle is @BookcaseSarah.
Yes, I am more active on Facebook, I'll be honest.
Good stuff. And I assume you're still fully able to send out deliveries and that sort of stuff at the moment?
The warehouse is still sending stuff to us at the moment. Keep ordering.
So obviously, if people's schools aren't giving you enough stuff to help with the kids, then Sarah's Bookcase is probably another great place to look for some stuff to help entertain the kids of all ages, which is great in this time. That's good. Save the most important one there till last on that one, Sarah, the one that can help out the kids at home.
Yep.
Good stuff. Right, okay, I think all that is left for us to do is apologise, first of all, that there wasn't enough innuendo. Lee Whitnell will be disappointed.
He'd be quite sober, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't quite get into the...
We didn't talk about anyone that went both ways, did we?
We missed a lot of opportunity to talk about hookers going both ways, actually, in the show. If we're honest, we talked around it rather than firmly got into...
Well, if Lee's got a problem, hookers. He should have been on the show himself instead of having excuses.
Exactly, Sarah.
Fighting talk.
Exactly. Brilliant stuff. And then, just thanks everyone for still being involved in the show. We absolutely love all the stuff. And the new names as well we're seeing pop up with the chat about the greatest players and stuff. It's really good. We're really enjoying it. It's from a personal note, it's great that there's still the community around the show that gives us the social interaction that we're kind of lacking a little bit in the way things are right now. I think it's really great for me. So I want to thank everyone for listening and getting in touch and getting involved. I want to thank Tim and Sarah for being involved too. I'll say goodbye, and I'll give you guys a chance to say your goodbyes as well.
Goodbye.
Bye.